All right, I'm out looking today. I'm just surface hunting. I'm not sifting today like I normally do. I have to get a wheel bearing put in my car here in like 11 o'clock. And I didn't want to come out here and get all cold and wet. Usually takes me an hour to get warmed up after I get in the water this time of year. It's pretty cold, but I'm looking around. There's some rock. The water hasn't moved much, but there's a little bit of a strip here to look, and I have a chance. You can see there could even be something laying right here. I will get back if I see any fun. See all of this. And look at this. There's tracks right up to this. It looks like a raccoon, and he's flipped that rock over. That animal's done that. Huh. I don't see nothing right in here. This is where I found some nice points this year. Right in here sifting. See, there's a little tiny flake of flint right there eroding out of this. I even move these leaves. There, you could I've flipped leaves before in the past, but pre-YouTube, and there's been a point under them on hot spots. But anyway, I'll get back if I see anything. I'm going down to the best spots later. All right. It's kind of chilly this morning. I got a point here in the water. You can see it. It's right there at the tip of the thing. I'm gonna flip it with a stick because I'm not sticking my hands even in that much water today because I just got regular gloves on and it's cold and I don't want to get my bare hands wet. Oh, that doesn't look bad. It looks like a big sandy. Let me get it dried off here on my pants real quick. You don't want to get your hands wet. Oh, it's real heavily polished. That's what it is. It's a big sandy, and it just looks like it's kind of blunted. It's not the greatest one, but it ain't bad. I don't see anything else here. I was kind of eyeballing around off of it. Right in here, I found some points, other points too, recently on video. They get caught right on this gravel, and I find them right when the water raises and lows right here on the edge of the water, usually, or flipped right up in the wash. There could just be anything. You just got to look at all these little places. The arrowheads could be anywhere, pretty much, surface hunting. I'll get back if I see anything else later. Alright, I got something else laying here. I'm a little bit farther, like 30 yards farther, and there's another little gravel pocket here. Maybe it goes up here about another 15 yards. But right here, something worked at least. It's some kind of little knife, it looks like. It's just crude. It's that green shirt. Look, it almost looks like it has a notch here. It's broke. The base is broken, the tip's broke. It's like a preform or something. It's just crude though. I'm still looking. I'll get back if I see anything else. Too bad that wasn't a big serrated point. Alright, I got another point here. And I had stepped over this log on the way down. I walked this way and stepped right over this point. Didn't see it. Right here it is. Looks like an Adena. It looks actually pretty nice. Right there. Right here. It looks like it has a neck. It does. It has a neck and it's a fresh one. See it right there, how it's different color? It's been flipping, this is what I say. It's hard to find real perfect serrated points and real nice ones when them waves hit and they cling into these gravels. This has hit a piece of that gravel recently within like the past year. See how it's darker in here? That's this outside of this point's real patinated. It's from aging, and the inside's not, but it flipped it out, and that's what the point would have looked like right there, the color of it when the Indian made it. This is from time. That's patina. That's what it's gray chert. It's darker gray than what it looks. It's lightened up. See, it's got it. You can see it right there. It's hit something here. But it's kind of nice. I'll take that. See, two little pieces, a lot way apart in time, but I didn't, they were 75 yards apart, and they could have, there was Indians all through here for all time periods. It's hard to tell what you're going to find. Just average pieces. I'll see. I'm gonna go one more place. If I find anything over there, I'm in Ohio now. I'm going to West Virginia. I'm gonna go look in West Virginia. If I see anything over there, it'll be on this clip. If not, it'll probably be like bottle digging clips or something after this. Later. All right, this is what I'm doing. Cleaning out dig holes. This was straight up and down in here where I'm at. I'm gonna have this terraced off nice. This is gonna be great. This was like this, and it's gonna be nice flat here now. This is good. All right. I've been shoveling 20 minutes at least. This pile was 3 or 4 feet higher anyway. The whole pile of this, it's just loose trash, all of this. All right, well, I'm gonna turn this off. See what I have to do for a while. Just shovel stuff back here behind me. I'll get back on my first phone when I get this cleaned out. That's a weird little aqua. It's screw top, but it's aqua. It's not embossed, but that's weird. See what I'm up to here. We got that. I got it cleaned out some later. All right, I'm back. I have one marble in my pocket that's kind of nice, but here's like an alley or something. It's just beautiful. It's green and white, and I'm having troubles. All of this is caving in on me. See, I got hours of shoveling before I'm finding much. I might get lucky back in here later. All right, I got another really cool marble. Look at this. It's clear base, and it's got that blue patch on it. That might be an acro, I'm not sure, but all the marbles are nicer. I'm kind of getting a place here to work, but I got back in there farther. You can see that stuff's all burnt up, blown up. I'm gonna try to go deeper here. I'm having trouble getting back on a good layer. I might have just been in a real good pocket there yesterday, but there's more stuff here, of course. It's just the digging so hard that it just about crushes you later. Finally. I can see the bottle sticking out back in here, and I just raked out a blue, and that's a keeper. You know, them are worth $1 or $2. Nothing spectacular, but man, folks, I'm about ready for a heat stroke. It's 40 degrees. I'm so hot, I'm sweating. I let myself get sweaty. That's crappy. Then it gets dark, and when you're walking home, you get real cold. I gotta watch. Might have to take my undershirt on, put on a fresh one. I got one in my bag, but I might find something now. I gotta clean out that little pile there, but there's a seam back here in the bank. Later. Like a flask here. Let's pull that out. It's probably just a slick one. Most of these are, but this one has the cap on it. See, look at that. The cap's still on it. But it's just a pint whiskey. There's stuff in here. I'm gonna have to get this pile of stuff out right here, but there's a Pepsi, but that ain't no good. This says Richmond, Virginia on the back. I just can't take everything. I probably won't take. Oh, look here. There's a nice lot find. All right, an insulator. Looks all right. I'll have to get it cleaned up to see if there's any damage, but it's got slate aqua. So there's an insulator. We'll put that right there. You see, once I get into the bottles, I start finding stuff. I need to get down another like 2 feet here. This is a little newer, but right below this, there should be, right in here, there should be old bottles from like right down in there. Yeah, I just raked out another blue bottle. I'll find them all day, but I'm gonna shovel a little bit here now. Here's another kind of nice blue bottle. That makes 3. You can see I'm getting this work down. It's just kind of overwhelming today. I'm already ready to go from just digging tired. I'm gonna get me an energy drink down there in the bag and sit here and rake back in there and try to find at least one nice bottle. I still got several feet to move off here. I just didn't feel like shoveling yet again. But, well, here's a kook I don't have. It's just D-pad. I thought it was a Christmas kook at first. But here's a Kentucky one. It says Middleborough, Kentucky. That's kind of cool. Don't have it, so I'm going to take it later. See what can happen. Crap. Oh, you don't know how heavy that is. Barely pull my leg out of there. Not finding much, but I'm gonna stay here till I do. You can see I got more stuff here. I got one of them Art Deco sodas. Got this little embossed bottle. It's got stuff on the sides, and it's some kind of like spice or something. I found it before, but I don't know. An insulator, a knee-high. See what the back of the knee-high says. Chicago. It's a common bottle. All of them like that are common, but it's kind of cool. And Atlas strong shouldered mason, but I'm having cave-ins. There's a pretty good layer back in there. I have a chance, but I'm just spending all my time doing this. I'll get back at you. I find these all day long, and you know, some of the stuff with these embossing things on it, that one's a little bit messed up, but I have like 100 of these in my garage that are perfect off dumps. At least 100 of them boxed up. I just raked this out back in there. That's a beautiful kook. That's in real nice condition. Parkersburg, West Virginia. That's a nice one. Put it up here with the bottles, and I'm trying to find something old and nice. That looks like a real old soup dish. But I got a ball mason there. That's actually crockery. I'm gonna take that. That's kind of cool. That's a soap dish for sure, but man, that's an old one. I might use that, but look here. Here's a little, man, this number 5 or 2. Still got, it's got crap in it. It actually looks like paint. It is. It's dried up paint. That ain't never gonna, or actually it looks like a lead or silver paint. I can't tell, but it's ruined. I'll never get that cleaned. Later. Here's a pretty daggone cool find. Look at this doll. And it's like a, this is cool. This is old. And it is perfect. Check that out. It's a little girl. It's all there. It's some kind of ceramic stuff. It's really detailed. I'll have to get that cleaned up. That's nice. That'll be a nice find for one of my displays. That's cool. Well, I'm back down in here. You can see that goes down in there at least 7 feet. You can see the difference. I've dug all that out today just for that. I'm down into where I can potentially find nice stuff like I did yesterday, but this is what it takes. And that's gonna cave in, and I'm gonna have to dig it all out again later. All right, right up in there, I hit the original hard pack for sure. So this stuff's kind of sliding down this hill, and all the concentration of old stuff is right here, like at the base of an old flat of a hill. Like it come down, the stuff was thrown over, and it's all laying in here at the bottom. And I must be at the top lip of the dump, so it's gonna be all the way over the hill. There's not much old stuff there, but I'm gonna have to come down here and clear this off and go from like this layer down to the edge of that, because this is where all the old stuff's laying. And it's deep, and it's in pockets down here. I think right where this hill come down like this, stuff was dumped over it. It laid right at the bottom on this flat, and then new stuff was dumped over it, dirt and stuff. So I got to get right back in here again and come down the hill, and I should be back on good stuff like I was yesterday in like a day or so, because I got a ton of shoveling and stuff here. But at least I ain't gonna die now from a cave in. That's out of the back of my mind. But this will be a short dump digging video. I'm gonna have to cut a bunch of clips of the blue bottles and stuff. Nobody wants to see that every time. I'll just put on like that doll and a few other things and show you what I'm doing here later. All right, this would have been a day maker, but it's all cracked up. That's a big alley agate shooter, definitely, and it would have been awesome, but it's been in a fire and stuff later. All right, that's gonna be it. I tunneled back down in there. I'm starting to get into bottles, but you can see I've caved this in, and it's caved in on me. Right in there is where I found that stuff 6 feet deep, and there's 8, 9, 10 foot of earth on it again. But I got all this stuff. I'm gonna go up here and probably get a couple more blue bottles. Let's see, I must have got them all. We'll take that little embossed thing in this bottle, but I'll show you the marbles here. I didn't do too hot today, but it's the way it goes. You can't find stuff every day. Let me get these gloves off and I'll reach them. I think I got 3 marbles and they're all nice. One of them I didn't show. I was digging. It just got to the point where I was digging forever today. That's all I got done. Well, I found 4 marbles, but one's that shooter. Let me see here. Had to get my keys out of there. Okay, there's that big awesome shooter. Let me get this off. I got that green alley, that clear basin with that patch on it, and I got this marble. I thought it was just clear, but it's not. It's kind of cool. Look, it's got that milky like patch on it, then it has a red line through it, and it's clear. It's an old one. It's nice condition. All these will clean up except that big one. And my favorite find here today will be this doll. It's perfect. I'll get it cleaned up. It's like a 20s little girl. It's probably from the 20s. That's nice. It'll clean up to look beautiful. I'll show you pictures of it later. It's the next day. It was dark. I found that little doll baby, I think, right back in that hole. But you can see I went farther up the hill. There's stuff up there. There's marbles even up in there, but I'm gonna have to pretty much, this whole mound of dirt is filled the whole hole and I gotta remove it all. But I'm gonna go back over that way. I made the mistake of my last video when I wasn't doing good of digging on this side, and I found a crock up here. I was so tired that I went the wrong way. And I remember I found all kinds of stuff last year under this tree, including a couple crocks, but I couldn't get the tree out, so I've dug at. That's why I didn't find nothing. I was wondering. I got into a little stuff way deep, and the doll came out of it that I just missed, but I'm gonna have to go this way, so I'm gonna have to shovel off and get down in here and see what's in here. I just rigged out a little plastic figure, and it's surely a unique one. Some guy in a uniform. It looks military, and it looks like he had something in his hand, well, both hands. That's kind of a cool one. Looks like an officer or something. Take that. Man, I'm out of breath. That's kind of cool. Colgate aftershave lotion, spiced. Colgate Palmolive Company, New York. That's kind of neat. You know, it's older, but not as old as I want, but all the graphics are there. That'd look cool cleaned up. I'm gonna take it. Well, I'm back on the stuff, but look where it's at. That far back in this hole, almost the full length of the rake, clear back in there. But there is a ball perfect mason with the lid on it. The lid's no good, but it's one of the sure grip ones. It fell out of the top. The bottles in that layer down there are a little older. There's a Pepsi. I'm gonna clean this out though. I've got to do a lot of shoveling, but I know where I need to be at least now. But what the heck is this? Oh, it's broke, and it's a embossed beer. What the heck's this saying? It's blue. Oh, it's a Pittsburgh Brewing Company, and look at the melted neck. Pittsburgh Brewing Co. with a P on the bottom, and it's aqua glass. That would have been nice. Too bad. Oh, I don't have an aqua one like that. Right up there is where I was digging. Right in there. I come down here, and right there for sure is a hard pack. I'm gonna go down with the shovel. But all this stuff, it thins towards the bottom on the edge of this lip. All of it's right in here in this band. All the old stuff around this hill. It never got out down the hill. This is a flat right here, but it's piled over with trash from the 30s and 40s, and all the old stuff's right under it. I got a lot of digging to do. Yeah, there's a Coke, and it's real nice condition, but it's got a chip on the bottom, and it's one I don't have. It's Cumberland, Maryland. That stinks. I won't take damaged ones. I'm up above where I was digging there previously. where I found a bunch of marbles, and I'm right back on them. I'm tunneling back under where I found them all on the surface. There's a green and white one. It's kind of nice. I'm looking for real good ones. I'll get back later. But it's a cool find. It's like Donald Duck. Must have had jelly in it or something. It's old. I have 3 or 4 of them, but I take them. They're nice. See this rock face here? This goes right along. I probed it up there. All the trash is staying right over this rock ledge. This is just a place where it's exposed. Around there, it's covered with the trash. All the old trash is right at the base of the rocks. And I mean, there's so much dirt down there on that I ain't digging it out today. I'm gonna have to work on it for days. So I'm gonna look around and try to get on to another place with stuff on it here. I've got this place just hammered later. All right, this is a pretty rare bottle. Look at it. I have them. It's Whistle Cola, New Martinsville, or no, this one's Moundsville. All the other ones I have are New Martinsville. This is Moundsville, West Virginia, Whistle Cola. I'm over here now. I was digging right there. It's where I found them crocs and stuff in my last video. But I'm over here and I'm on marbles. Got one here. It's just a cat eye, but that's the second one, and I'm ultimately looking for marbles and crocs. I can really care less about the bottles. I'm trying to find a pocket of them Peltier marbles I found here. I found like, I don't know, 7 Peltier Supermen here last year. Another nice Peltier marbles. I'm gonna try to get a nice one right through here and get something nice and leave. I'm whipped. I've done a lot of digging for nothing. This soil's better. And then it took me about 10 minutes to get down in here. And look at that. There's a real, this one's perfect. It's still got the wire around it. Look at that. Insane. But that's a good find. I love these insulators. I might find some stuff now. Basically what I'm gonna do, instead of digging up there, when you're digging and throwing the dirt, it's just way more motion. And some of it's hitting here. I'm starting down here towards the lip and throwing it all over and just working that way, so it's all cleaned off. It's the best course of action. But here we go, starting to get on stuff. I'm hitting a pretty decent layer. I got another one of them United Dairy Milks, like I found the other day. It's all embossed up, but I already showed one, so I didn't show it in one of my last videos. But you can see I'm getting down there later. There's an old bottle. Look at that seal on the bottom of that. Man, that's old. It's a blob top too, but it's broke. I'm getting down in here. I gotta shovel this out, but there's old stuff here too. I'm on stuff now. I'll have to edit this video. I've been here hours and not finding nothing. Right up there's where I've done just truckloads of removal. Caved in again. I come down here and I need to be towards the lip of the hill because I'm shoveling that stuff back and it's not going over the lip, and then I'm re-shoveling it. I don't care about the shoveling, I care about finding stuff, and that's pretty nice. That's a unique shaped blue bottle, and you know, I have thousands. I'd say I have 10,000 blue bottles. It's just getting ridiculous, but I'm gonna sell a bunch of them. I'm gonna keep a real nice collection of one of each, and then all of them are just gonna get sold in box lots and stuff. That's a nice one. But I see a soda too, it looks like. That's broke. It's one of these Sistersville ones. Hopefully I can find one that says Coca-Cola. That's a pretty good bottle. It's $20+. I'll get back when I rig something else out later. Didn't see it till I got right there. Let me get it out of here. Didn't look bad. It's not a showstopper, but it ain't bad. It's like a swirl. It's a green and white swirl. It's real nice condition, but nothing to brag about. But I'm finding stuff, but it's slow going. Nope, I got my day maker. Found one of these before. It's like orange glass, and it's a real, if this is whole, it's gonna just be awesome. All right, now I got a matching pair. Well, that's pretty nice. Nice little perfume cork. I have an orange one. Later. I have this, but I'm on stuff now, but I'm deep and I got a lot of digging to do, but I'm finding bottles. There's one of them. Original cap on it. And I think it does. It has that guy's face on the cap. Look at that. Man, the condition's nice. I can save that. It's got the dude off the bottle on the cap. And I'd say that's 30s or 40s. I think it says 35. But I think it's older than that. That might not be the right date, or newer than that. I think it's from around World War II, but I'm not positive. Let me get some of this cleaned out. There's bottles in here, so I would say I'll finish cleaning this hole out the rest of the day, maybe find one more thing, and then I'll have a good place to come dig the rest of the week. Rolled out. That's a straight-sided aqua bottle, like a straight-sided Coke looking thing. I'm way deep. It might be an old Hires bottle. They made them like this. Let's see what this is. Oh, I don't think it's... Click Quat Club. Mark registered. Huh. That's a pretty cool bottle. Man, that's a day maker, ain't it? Huh. I've never seen that. CLICQUOT Club. Mark, trademark. Wow, it's nice condition. It's aqua. Straight-sided aqua bottle. Wow. It's gonna look nice too. I'm in a heck of a layer down here. Better, seems better with packed with bottles than where I found that crock up here, and I haven't dug here, so you can see how deep I am. My God. I got all of this to move off. I gotta move it off over there. It's gonna be digging all week for 8-hour days. But I'm finding stuff now. Later. I think this is Mark 1933. There's another soap dish. Not really my cup of tea, but it's there. I might take it. Man, that is that's probably a 14-sided bottle. It's a crown top. Never seen many like this. I might have found one like this before, but I can't remember everything. Not on the bottles. I remember every Arrowhead I found, but I don't remember every bottle. It says PJ something Pitter Philadelphia Company. PJ Pitter Company, Philadelphia. I'm taking that. That's perfect, and it's very cool. Wonder what was in that. I could look it up. But, and we got this soda. This is nice. Look how blue that is. It must be some kind of like carbonated spring water or something, probably. I'd say that's what it is, to mix with like liquor. But I'm looking, you can see there's just bottles everywhere. It's just rough digging. I'm gonna sit here and take a break for a minute and get back at it. Later. This says Arrow, A-R-R-O-W, Beverages, Brooklyn, New York. And I'd say this is from the mid-30s. 1940. Content 7 fluid ounces. It says 40. All right, here's an Omega oil bottle. It's green and it has like a tree embossed on it. I found these before. Jersey City. Some kind of oil. I'll take it. It's a nice little embossed bottle. I'm finding Crocs. Look at that one. It's a little feed container. Pre-mason jar. But I'm getting back in here. There's bottles everywhere. It's hard to tell what I'm gonna find, but I'm getting tired. Later. This is cool. Has a medical seal on the bottom, and it says hospital size for hospital use only. That's a cool little jar. Somebody that's into medical stuff will want that. You can see, man, these things are everywhere. I could have 10,000. There's 10,000 of these on this dump. I know. They're just everywhere. There's piles of them. I just can't take them all. But I see lots of stuff. Look at all the bottles back in there. They're just thick, and I'm not even close to being under them. Later. Found many of these before too, but that's a nice bottle. It's a cod liver oil bottle, and it's got a fisherman with a cod on his back, a huge one. It's real nice condition. hope that don't have cod liver oil in it, because that's... No, it don't smell like cod liver oil, thank God. You get into a bottle of that still has a cap on it and dump that out, you're gonna have to get out of the area because it stinks. Later. Back in here, I see a big Phillips milk of magnesia bottle, and it looks like it's all embossed up. Yep, and it's perfect. Phillips milk of magnesia. You know, that's a $2 or $3 bottle. It just is. But people want them. There's a bunch of stuff. At least I'm finding stuff now. Here's number 2 seconds later. Got 2 of them now. I like to find stuff with a little value when I'm here. There's going to be a bunch of stuff in here, but you can see I don't have to worry about this really falling on me and crushing me. But I'm going to have to clean this out. I have a place to dig now again, and I'll just work that way to where I found a crock. The layer's right in there where I want to be. I've never seen this bottle. It says registered cap 6.5 ounces. Nothing on the bottom, but it says QE Whiteman, WHITEMAN, New Martinsville, West Virginia. It's a soda. It looks like QE Whiteman. I've never heard of that. That's kind of cool. Later. I can crawl back in these holes. If this dirt falls on me, I'll be able to get out 100%. I've had places like this fall on me before. But look here. Look at this, folks. There's a blue bottle up there. There's a nice one here, and there's just bottles. This looks like an old bottle right here. It is. Let me get out of here. Oh, man, that's old glass. Oh, look at that. It's broke. There's some old stuff back in here. Let me reach that blue bottle. Them 2 blue bottles there. Been taking all of these. There's some broken milks back in here too. I have a chance of finding something, just some of them milks, like that one with that baby's head on it, could be worth $400. There's not one been sold, and that's a desirable milk, a small Ohio Valley town. Hopefully I can get some more of them, because if I only have one that's real nice, I keep it. Any other ones, I might sell them. I might have to get 2 or 3 of them though before I sell them. But I'll get back here later. Columbus, Ohio, all the ACO on it. 7-Up with a woman with a bathing suit, like the 30s or 40s style full-piece bathing suit. Kind of cool. Right, I am in business now. I'm back on the layer, and it's taken 5 hours. Look here. Got a whole milk and it's embossed. I have no idea what it says. Let's see. Oh, it's another one of these United Dairies. And I'd say this is like Wheeling. Let me see what this says. This is actually pretty nice. It's another one of them ones, and this one's... The other 2 that I found, the one in my bag even, has slight flaws. And this one does not. This bottle is property of United Dairy Company, and then it says sealed to be returned. That's pretty nice. It's got ribs. That's, you know, that's at least worth $10. United Dairy, you know, is a big corporation. They probably had lots of these milks with like the 2 dudes' names on them, like I found that was Blair, and the one with the head on it, that stuff's way better than that, but that's still a good find. Later. See that ACL soda there? Let's get this big, reach back in there. That's a big, beautiful blue bottle again. And there's there's just so many bottles back in there. It's sick now. See what I have to go through to get back on this stuff, but I'm on it, and it's worth digging these holes for. Look at that, a whole bag full of stuff. Nothing spectacular, but I have the potential, and I will find more stuff in this hole. Maybe not today, but on the next trip. Later. I'm on it now. That's the biggest Phillips milk of magnesia bottle I've ever found. That is massive. Man, somebody must have had a stomach ache Ooh. And it's turning into a good day. I didn't think I was gonna find nothing. You just gotta stick with it. Look at that, there's a cork bottle right there. I didn't even see that. Oh, it's not embossed, but it's nice. It's real thin glass. Man, that's thin glass. Well, the corks are coming out now. I didn't even see that. This is just, it took me an hour to dig this. You know, a bear could live back in there later. That's what that ACL soda was, but look, you can see that stuff just being in the, look, it's flipping. Look at that. It, as soon as it hit the air, it just, look at that. Wheeling in Farmington, West Virginia, spur, a cola beverage, Canada Dry, it's ruined. It's got another milk I don't have. Let me get these, look at all them roots growing in that. You can see them down in there, but it says something up here. It's something dairy, and it's R-I-S-H-E-R-S, Risher's Dairy. Let's see if it has a 1 quart liquid, sealed. It was probably embossed with the town name, and it's got a cursive R on the bottom. That's kind of cool. It probably had ACL. It said like where the dairy was, but it's still cool. But that's like, you know, $6-7 bottle anyway, maybe more than that if you knew where it was from, and I can probably find out. Right, got a day maker. I'm in the layers I want to be in now, but you can see what it takes. Holy crap, that looks like a tunnel to China. But here we go, folks. Hopefully this is whole. This isn't as big as the last one I found here, but Belmont Brewing Company, Martins Ferry, Ohio. There it is, the smaller. This would be like the 12-ounce bottle. Looks nice. Another Ohio Valley beer. This one isn't worth as much. That big one that I found's very rare. What would it be, a quart? You won't see that one for sale. But this has a little flea bite right there. It's not pristine condition. This is like a $5 or $6 bottle, but the big one's rare. Later. See, after you get down to a certain depth, almost every bottle was embossed. Horlicks malted milk. I think, let's see, tablets maybe? Lunch tablets for making chocolate milk with your lunch. That's pretty cool. Later. It's aqua too, you can see it right there. Right. This caved in. I ain't digging it out today, I don't think. That'll just be for my next trip here. Back in behind that pile, I'm kind of widening the hole. Down in there is where I want to be. And I'll probably come back tomorrow. It's getting later in the day. Got all these bottles, and I got a whole bag full of stuff now just from this one hole, and there's going to be all kinds of stuff in here. I'm just going to have to dig hard to get it, but it's worth it. There's, you know, I got that Arrow soda, huge milk of magnesia, just a nice couple nice milks. There's some cool stuff in here. At least I didn't blank. But see, there's just big wine bottles everywhere. But I'll get back here in a day or two. I'll probably arrowhead hunt tomorrow too. I got some arrowhead clips on this one, but thanks for watching. This is what you got to go through. All of that, all of this. I'm gonna have to punch holes in here, probably that way, and shovel all this stuff out next time. But see, I'm closer to the lip of the hill. It makes it much easier. This stuff will wash down over. There's a bigger flat down there, and at least this won't be straight up and down. And I can maneuver in here, but it's gonna be a lot of work. But we'll get back this week. Keep watching. I'll get a video on in this hole. This is where I'm coming in my next video, cleaning this all out, and we'll see what we can find. So tune in here in a couple days. Give me a couple days after I put on this video, and then I'll have it, folks. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. See, there's a dump here too. I've raked a little bit through here, but reason why I'm stopping here, I'm like, I don't know, a ways off where I was finding bottles. But here's a rock carving that says Woodfield, 18 miles. Right there on that face. And then over here it says May 7th, 1914. This is where the road used to be down here. It's above me here. I'm over the hill. Roads change courses on hills over time because of slips. This is actually a wagon trail here that might have had cars on it. I don't know. Look here, there's might be a mason, but I can't get no more in my bag. But I'm out of here. Man, look at that. Whole bag full. Look at all these blue bottles. And honestly, this might be my favorite find because, geez, this is big. This is like insane big for a magnesia bottle. And it's just awesome condition. But there's lots of other cool stuff in here. I'm kind of bummed out today. I'm just whipped out. The digging and the holes caving in. But I actually got milks and sodas and I just stuck with it. So, you know, it's what you got to do. But I really like some of that stuff, kind of. I have a good place to dig now, so we're in business, folks. All right, I did better than what I thought. There was a heck of a lot more stuff in my bag than what I thought. And there's the perfume bottle, and look at this one that I found on the same dump previously. Look at that. Amber glass perfume, it's just awesome. And now I got a clear one to go right with it. All right, the insulator, the wire come right off. It's perfect. I'm gonna get this stuff cleaned up. This is perfect. That Arrow beverages. This is actually a pretty nice bottle. That's pretty nice. The Coke, my mom gave that to me. And I got some milks and stuff, and this, I'll get a few of these bottles cleaned up. I mean, folks, I feel like I'm gonna have a stroke. Heat stroke. I'm just soaked under my clothes. I have on compression pants. I get real sore from walking in the woods up them hills, and if you wear real tight compression pants, like they're almost like a bench press shirt, if you know what that is. And sometimes I wear a shirt that tight under my stuff and I sweat through it there, and I'm wet and I'm cold. But I did all right. This bottle I don't have, I got that perfume, pretty nice. And this bottle is gonna just look, that's sick how big that is. Man, that's the biggest one I've ever found. It's gonna look nice in my collection. But thanks for watching, folks. I'll maybe show some pictures of some of this stuff, but you'll see it in a future video, all the bottles cleaned up. I think I'm gonna do this in that big blue one first. I like the colored bottles. Later. And look, there's buildings and everything in the back. There's probably the place where they made the stuff right there. But this dude's on it. The dude's on the cap, which that cap's probably scarce. Then earlier this week I found this one, and it's the same dude, and this would be father and sons, or this guy's the head of the company and these are the business partners. It's something like that. And let's see, this is 1950, and I think this other one's 1952, 55. So this one's later, this one's earlier. So there you can see it. I love showing stuff like this, the variations in bottles. And this is slick here. This might have had a paper label right in here, probably come up and in there. You have to look it up, and this probably had a paper label here. But these are pretty, their condition's great, and they have them faces on them. You know, these aren't real valuable bottles or nothing. I'd say they're worth $5 to $7 a piece. But both of them combined in a nice auction, cleaned up with the caps cleaned up, might get a little more than that. And just think if I find another variation of the bottle, which I might have, because I have others of these and they might be different. So I might have 4 or 5 different kinds of this bottle now. And after I get singles of all of them, I have doubles to sell, and I put them in lots. Like, say there's a bottle from 25, I'll put it in a bottle from 1920, clear up to when they stop making them, and that's how you get the best money for your stuff. Hope that helps you. I just wanted to show this. Later. Well, it's getting dark. My porch light's even on. I've been out all day, but I got 2 of these cleaned up. I'm limited on time. Look at that beautiful glass. Nice soda and a huge Phillips. Well, anyway, folks, this will be the last clip. I'm cleaning up stuff now, and I'll work on a video. These are pretty cool. Later.